Hello, welcome back. I just thought of something like 5 seconds ago. Every time I start up this game, it shows a screen, then these symbols come in one by one. There was a note written by Nils Whittle, which used these symbols and had a translation. This is totally a cipher that says Opus Magnum, so here's this cipher key, in addition to whatever was on his note over here. No, not this one. Next chapter. Although actually, this isn't a key at... well, it might be. Okay, so this is a longer cipher key. Probably because you get the full translation here. I wonder what the underlined part is. No, hang on. There's something to decode here. Okay, I might have to pull out my cipher skills for this at some point. There's a secondary puzzle in here. This could have gameplay relevance. Remember TIS 100 with a bonus puzzle in it? Okay, I just realized there's a thing for me to do there. At some point, not now. Anyway, yeah, so Mist of Hallucination happened, then Sigmar's Garden did, then I found out there's a lot more Sigmar's Garden to do. But I'm okay with that. Let's do this. Ooh, wait. Oh yeah, I looked at this and got scared off. That's right, that's what happened. This was intimidating. Okay, so cycle optimizing would be, like, extremely the easier option here. I'm not going to take that option. Alright, so 1 gold atom in the middle. And then, how many salts? 6 plus, off the top of my head, I don't know what number this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that makes sense. Like 2 hexagons rotated and superimposed. Okay. So 18 salts to 1 gold and some complicated bonding. I can't just, like, wrap it all up in a ball and just, like, drag it all across this thing. I have to do it very deliberately here. Okay, yeah, like for if I really seriously want to use 1 glyph of bonding, which I do, I mean, who do you think I am? Of course I do. Then this is going to be a nightmare. There's no satisfying place to plop this. There. That's as satisfying as I can get. Okay, so, where do I even start? I mean, there's an infinity of ways I could start with this. So I should just, what I usually do is just sort of pick one that feels okay, and then paint myself into that corner, completely commit to it, even if it ruins the rest of my solution. But I usually make it work somehow. Before that, I play around by plopping all of my elements in satisfying arrangements. Okay, sure. So, just because this is like this big shape doesn't mean that I can't construct it with just like 1 arm. I mean, it's vaguely plausible that the solution could be shaped like this. No, it's not. It would have to be something more like that or so. So the only requirements are that this arm reach a gold, a salt, the glyph of bonding, and 1 atom of the result. However... well, okay. So, let's think about it this way. Okay, so I could start with an asterisk of gold and salt. So gold in the middle bonds to the center, radiating outward to each salt atom. Now that requires something other than this, because, like, making the final bond in that chain is not actually possible like this, because this would need to be... the arm cannot be this... it can't be touching the side of a bond, because, like, for any given one of these to be the last one, the arm would have to be in, like, the equivalent of this place or this place for, say, this one here. So this layout is already impossible. Now, I can't actually get the glyph of bonding any farther away and still have it usable. Like, to use a glyph of bonding with one length, one arm, it has to be touching 2 of the spots. So knowing that, I can at least discard this idea of using one length, one arm, and one glyph of bonding. So I'll either need... So the one glyph of bonding is still possible. I'll just need either a piston arm or a track here. And of those two, I usually seem to prefer to use tracks. They are slightly cheaper. So a 2-length track and a 1-length arm. Well, arm length doesn't affect cost. Because the 2 slots on the glyph are... Well, I was gonna say, because they're directly next to each other, I can't make this arm any longer, but if I have a track, then that's not true. I could totally track it up here, and, like, do all sorts of stuff here. Alright, you, get out of the way. I just want you as a reference, mostly. I don't know where I'm ultimately putting you yet. Okay, so if I started with this... That looks a lot more plausible, and I have much more room to, like, pivot all this stuff around and do what I need to with it. Okay, so you know what? Let's start from a base of this. Or do I want this instead? Maybe that's what I actually want. Well, now hang on. Okay, so remember, gold... You just want 1 gold, ever, but you want a lot of salt. I feel like this is going to be the sensible way to go. But it doesn't have to be like that. It could be this. It could probably... Well, see now, this is a large shape. I'm going to want a lot of room to pivot around, so having this a little bit farther away, rather than, like, sticking it here... all cramping up this space, is probably just going to make my work in the future easier. If I get done with doing this and find that I never intersected, like, any of these spaces with swinging the big thing around, then maybe I could go back and take the... move the gold over here and just adjust my instructions. That might not be too bad. Okay. So, plus. Now this is an annoying reset position. Let's not. Even though I'm only grabbing the gold once, I don't want to do it first. Just because I'd much rather reset to where the salt is. And I don't actually want to reset there. Okay, so... Will that bond or will it collide? Oh, well, I didn't go far enough. That'll totally bond. Like, swinging from here to here at that length. Yeah, the swing, you know, goes outward, not inward, so there's no way that could ever collide, so I won't even test because I just know. Alright, so then let's just do a whole bunch of pivot, reset, grab, right. Oh, but then I have to grab it by the gold. That's annoying. Like, I'd have to repeat that pattern? I mean, it's okay, I guess. I'll bet I can do better, though. That's gonna collide. Yep. Okay, well, I can pivot the other way. That's one partial solution. This is gonna get so unwieldy. It'll be fun. I'm cool with this. Alright, that's an easily repeatable pattern. So let's just put a whole bunch of these here. Alright, so I have assembled 2 spokes. 3rd spoke, 4th spoke, 5th spoke, 6th spoke. And I can stop here. And I'm probably going to actually just plus at that point. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Yeah, you'll have to do all that every time. That's fine. Yeah, that's elegant enough. Okay. So yeah, I kind of vaguely thought in the back of my mind that might be a problem. It was indeed. And I don't really have a good way around that, do I? No, I really don't. Yeah, not in this layout. So I think this layout is impossible because of that. I mean, I know one thing I could do that's still cheaper than a piston arm. I don't like it, but I'm gonna do it just to have a solution to this problem. So all that would take is a minus and a plus. So you're gonna grab this, move back, okay. Of course, because it refills right away, so you'll collide immediately. Okay, how annoying. Now with the gold there isn't really a way around. Okay, so I've trapped myself. I'd have to like go back another? No. Okay, alternate solution. I can rearrange this and make that work. And you know what? Let's do that too. Okay, so... Alright, so to edit the beginning of this, I would add up minus... Then I need a plus, like, in here. Yeah, I know you overlap. Don't worry about it. What was... Okay, yeah, so there's no plus in there at that point. Okay, so then you pivot, you release, you reset, you take that. Okay, so for every grab, I just add a minus. Right? Yeah, after every grab, just add a minus. And that should do the equivalent, right? Oops. Alright. Oop. Oh, I've just given myself the same problem there. Oh, of course I have. Alright, so let's undo all that. I have another idea. I can hide in a different place. I don't have to take this track straight back that way. Okay, so at this stage, I'm back to my current problem, right? With my old setup that runs into exactly this. Okay, so to solve that, I think I can just do this instead. And so that would be insert a minus here and a plus here. That doesn't fix anything. Does it? It does. It does. Okay, that does fix it. All right. Right, so then thrust that out there because you're going to be operating on the outside of it now. How are you going to pivot this part? You have to pull it in and then access... Oof. Okay, and how are you going to make, like, these bonds? Sure, you can extend these spokes, but, like, inserting the extra one in the middle and welding it to those, like, yeah, this outer ring, and, you know, these otherwise independent ones. I didn't have a plan for that yet. But this arm does still have the reach to... No, it doesn't. No, no, no. You will need to extend. Okay, so at this point I really do need a piston arm. Yeah, because there's just no other way around this, is there? I don't think I have a way to handle this object that rotates it the way it needs to rotate other than that. I think I'm probably actually going to need a second glyph of bonding for these. I don't really want one, but I think I'm going to need one. Or like one of these maybe. Okay, yeah, so piston arm extends to 3, right? I assume so. Yeah, okay, so same range as that arm, but you get to control it. Okay, so delete that track, delete that... okay, let's not delete that arm. Let's put this here. Copy all this over. No, I want to select... No, I want to select... No, I want to select... Control A selected everything in the puzzle. Click that, shift click that, only selected those two individually. Okay, so now I can delete this. Alright. So all of the... Which way around was that track? The plus was left, okay. So all the pluses turn into W's, this. Now something different will have to happen here. Oh, I still need a track. Yeah, I need a piston arm and a track because you still need to escape the confines of this to do that. So you still have your minus and this plus. So all the pluses other than that one turn into extend. All the minuses other than this one turn into retract. And there are no minuses because they're all covered by the reset. Okay, so does this still construct the same thing I'm used to? My area got slightly worse because you're swinging that gold around. Oof, don't do that. You're swinging that gold around... Well, I can just fix that by... Well, I'll save a couple of hexes by swapping these two. Still not quite as space efficient as before, but I'm definitely gonna be in this area anyway, so that doesn't matter. Okay. So I've made that wheel. So right here is gonna be... Oh wait, I still need that track to go here, don't I? I think I do. Because, like, I can't move the glyph of bonding, and I need to operate on this in a different spot. So yeah, the track's still going to have to go there, because I have to be directly next to the glyph of bonding, with a reach of 3 all the way over here to pivot it that way. Again, there may be other ways to rotate this around without grabbing it by the center, but I like to grab it by the center. That's the most comfortable way to do it. Okay, so what have I done at this point? I made that little salt wheel. Okay, so another plus. And what is your position? So you are there. You can extend and rotate that one more, but you don't currently need to. Okay, so I wish I had, like, the equivalent of this here. Like, I'm going to make a marker in my program. That's fine. Don't need it. I'll just look for the double plus. So plus plus marks the start of a new section. Okay, so you do that to bond that on there, and you need to release. Extend and plus, then grab, pivot, and reset. Is that right? Looks like it to me. Okay. So just copy this 5 times, right? 4 times. The 5th one has to be different again. No, it doesn't, because I have more space there. All right, go here fast. Okay. So I do want, well, I want grab, rotate. Okay, so then I've made a snowflake. Now, to go from snowflake to honeycomb, to make up arbitrary names for these things, like, I'm kind of vaguely thinking I want to do this. But that only gets this in, like, one turning direction. And if I were to also do this... Let's see, now hang on, so that's like that. And if you were to turn... Okay, so this has made this bond here. So then to rotate this way by 1. This bond is now there, and then you make the bond down there. Yes, okay, so these are, in terms of rotational symmetry, this is meaningfully different from this. Theoretically, if I wanted to do this with just the one glyph, just for fun, I think it's absolutely possible. Okay, so where am I at this point? Snowflake. Alright, so fully assembled snowflake. Pivot, retract, reset, grab, rotate, extend. Pivot, retract, reset, grab, rotate, extend. Then I need to do some other things, but where does that put me? Yes, 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 that's done exactly the right thing. Okay, so I need to handle this shape now. I can't handle it by where I'm currently gripped onto. Okay, so from here it would be release, retract, grab, opposite pivot, retract, release, extend, extend, grab, pivot. I don't remember any of that. Okay, so how is that? Release? No, release. No, release. Retract, grab, opposite pivot, retract, release, extend, extend, grab, pivot right, and reset. Hold on, reset? I don't think that's right. Let's see what I've done. That seems about right. Hold on, did my area increase when I did that? Area is 55, 58, 64. No, still 64. Okay. What instruction am I on? This one? Okay. Ooh. That's okay. All I gotta do is add a plus before that pivot, right? Did I pull this farther back than it needed to be? Hold on, I'm grabbed onto this by the wrong spot. Well, not exactly. Okay, so just release, retract, retract, pivot right. Okay, and this is the repetition, right? So I just want this set of instructions 4 more times, and then something similar. Do it. Something went wrong. Oh shoot, where was that? So it'll be before all these repetitions start. I pivoted wrong somehow. I forgot to retract, I think. There's an inefficiency here. You are at that instruction. I'm seeing something I don't like. I'm going to fix it. It's right here. So you don't want to retract at all. What you want to do is leave that exactly there. You know what? I need to redo all of this anyway. So I'm just going to wipe out everything from there. Okay. That's fine. That's not too much to redo. It looks like a lot, but it's not actually. Okay, so... sure, that shows me the atoms, but where's the arm? I think it's currently latched onto this. Yes. So I release, extend, plus, grab, pivot, right, reset, right? That seems exactly like... Oh, I don't reset though. Instead of resetting here, I release, retract, grab, pivot right. So I grabbed by that, I pivoted over there, so then I reset. Grab, right. Boy, this is going to take forever to actually run. Like, just to verify the 6 products. We're going to be sitting here for a while. I forgot to plus before I did that. And at this point, I should be inside a repeating pattern. Wherever there's a minus, that's where I repeat from. There are no minuses. What did I do? Maybe it's an extend instead of a minus. Yeah, that was exactly what I changed. Right, I went back and changed that. No, I had it over here for this. Okay, that's fine. I'll make a new repeating pattern. feel like that's unnecessary. Okay, but it's what I'm gonna do. So I want to... hold on, where's the arm? See, the show ghost atoms button doesn't help me because I need to know where the arm is. So arm's state is all the way plus with that. Okay, so right now I want to do a minus release retract grab left. So that was minus release retract grab left. You're sitting here, you're grabbed onto the end of a spoke. Wait, turn left, that can't be right. I went pivot left, right? Yeah, I went pivot left. Well, not yet. You want to plus pivot left. Release, extend, extend, grab, pivot right. Okay, and that's my repeating pattern, right? So that is number 2. So here's 3, 4, 5, and then I'll do something different, right? Go fast. I'm missing a step. Alright, where are you at this point? I feel like I'm repeating myself, but phrasing things slightly differently. So you did the rotation. At this point, all you gotta do is, okay, so instead of resetting, you first need to release, retract, retract, grab, pivot right. Okay, and then you can reset, right? Looks like it to me. And then repeat from the last reset, right? I think so. Grab plus, that sounds right. Okay, so that's what, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I'm going to try a technique to speed up the actual production run of this. Looks perfect. Now all my bonds are in the right place, right? I believe so. Alright, so now's the time to start thinking about where my output is. I think I know. Okay, now hang on, but all of... Okay, it's kind of annoying, but I do need to do something. Hold on, so F plus rotate right. I need to know what my area is without the... Really? I can't run this? All products must be placed. Fine. But I wanted to see my area minus the space this takes up. I wanted to see if there was enough room that was covered over here to put it there, but there's not. No, this is where I want it. So if I'm grabbed by that... If I put it here, that's actually perfect. So I'm here. Extended by 1, grabbed onto that. You'll pivot left, retract 1, turn right, and reset, and that's a full cycle, right? Yeah, that's it. Alright, so here's my technique. Wait. Oh no, an extra bond. Look at you. What happened here? Ooh, I think that happened at the last second. I dragged it over the glyph of bonding at the wrong spot. There was a little bridge there, so it didn't quite fit in the socket. Whoa. No, it's just that I'm like straight up missing a step there. Oh shoot, where was that? One more time. I don't want to try and parse these instructions to figure out where I need to insert a different one. I just want to run it and see. Okay, so it's right here. Instead of pivoting, you need to first minus. By minusing there, okay, so then I can do all of this much more conveniently. So you'll minus, there's all your bonds. You are here, your arm length is 2, you're grabbed onto this equivalent atom. Oh, so I can really just minus reset. Neat, okay. I click that to fast forward. I'm playing. Great. Yes, keep going. Products 1 out of 6. Keep going. Yes, keep going. Can I click here? Can I like... Alright, I'll just do this manually each time. That's fine. Okay, so that's space, alt-click. Cool. Alright. I did it with one glyph of bonding, guys. I didn't need to, but I did. I should have let this one play out at normal speed. Too late. No, it's not. I can watch the last little bit of it at normal speed. Sure. I feel like there's some unnecessary motion in there. It's hard to say for sure, though. Somebody did it cheaper. Good for them. I'm proud of you, whoever you are. Maybe you didn't need a piston arm. Off the top of my head, though, I'm not sure how that would work. I guess you could just have a fixed 3-length one and do essentially the same thing, because I'm pretty sure at 3 length I could have always latched onto what I needed to latch onto, but I'm satisfied with this. Okay, so I'm decent on cost, at least. I'm sure of it now. Alchemists believe far too strongly in their own abilities. Perhaps you could inform your colleagues of this new conclusion. Ha, a quaint notion. They'd never let me lecture at the university, not in my state. And it's not a message they'd want to hear. That's a shame. Outside views are important to consider. Outside views. Yes, I'm quite far from the center of alchemical engineering today. Strange to think how quickly that happened. Yeah, you've come a long way, Anateus, like I've been saying. Perspective requires distance, doesn't it? All right. Well, that was fun. Yeah, see, like, this is why optimizing for cost is great. You get stuff like that. It's super cool. All right, voltaic coil next time. I'll see you then.